Hello, comrades. How are you? This is yours, KVS. Hope you are enjoying the continuous episodes. We are releasing one after another, almost one episode per day. And I am confident that you will definitely enjoy with the contents of the videos. Many of our comrades have requested me in most of the government orders, you are explaining the details in Tamil, which we could not understand. And why not it be a common language in English? Yes, comrade, I am accepting your version. And accordingly, today we are going to discuss about the latest government orders, which are all very essential and we should be known by each and everyone, and particularly for the union activists and also the divisional secretaries. We are going to discuss some of the important orders received recently. One among the order is about the treatment of absence during the COVID-19 period. All of you know the department has passed instructions on 24/5/2021 in which they mentioned under F, if one official tested positive, he should apply his own leave and no special casual leave can be granted for the positive attack of the COVID. We also requested that this order should be changed by the government, otherwise justice will not be met by everyone. Now, the Department of Posts, while communicating the orders of the DOPT 7/6/2021, withdrawing the earlier orders on 9/6/2021, and forwarded the guidelines issued by the DOPT for adherence at all levels. Accordingly, if one official is affected with COVID-19 positive, he can avail commuted leave up to 20 days without any production of medical certificate. There is no need for apply of any earned leave for the period of corona positive. Mere the medical report is sufficient. That is the report given for the positive, corona positive. That itself is sufficient. No more medical certificate is required for availing the commuted leave for the period. In case, if one official is not having the commuted leave, that is HPL on his account, in such cases, the special casual leave up to 15 days can be granted to the officials. Though the purpose is that if you are having HPL, that will be converted into commuted leave and you can get a full salary. Suppose if you are not having any HPL, then 15 days special casual leave will be granted for treatment for corona positive. Even after 15 days, if you require further treatment, then you have to apply EL or half-pay leave. In case if you are not possessing EL or HPL in your account, then you can take EXOL without protection of MC. That will not affect the qualifying service of any official. This is the latest instruction issued by the DOPT, which is a welcoming one by everyone. And in the same order, another provision has been provided. Suppose if the official himself noted as positive and he required to remain in the home quarantine or after discharge from hospital, he has to avail more than 15 days. He can avail leave, commuted leave up to 20 days, if not special casual leave, if not earned leave. If it is beyond 20 days, commuted leave based on the hospitalization can be granted. He may also be granted any kind of leave beyond that also. In the crux of the order, if the HPL is not at credit and one could not avail the commuted leave, then only the availability of special casual leave comes. And similarly, when the dependent family members they were detected as positive, the special casual leave up to 15 days on production of positive report of the dependent family members will be granted. Even after that also, if they want to remain in the quarantine more than beyond 15 days, they can avail any kind of leave that is permissible. In fact, if an official is having a direct contact with the positive people, they can avail up to 7 days. It will be treated as duty and no leave application is required and no leave will be deducted. If an official is residing in the containment zone, that is corona positive containment zone, the entire period will be treated as duty till the area is denotified as normal area. So this is the latest clarification issued by the DOPT on 7/6/2021 and which was communicated by Department of Post on 9/6/2021. So all the absence during the corona period, right from last year March onwards, the entire period can be regulated as per this order and everyone should aware of the details of this order. The next another one important order about the issue of pension payment order to the retired officials. With effect from 1st July 2021, the physical pension payment order for superannuation pension will be discontinued and hereafter it will be 100% EPPO will be issued in place of PPO. Hereafter only EPPO and there is no pension payment order with effect from 1st July 2021. This is the order issued by Department of Pension and Pension Welfare dated 8/6/2021. Another order was issued in case of GDS transfer. As per the existing rules, every year the transfer application should be called for between April to June every year, and based on this, the orders will be issued. This year, due to the corona positive, the time limit has been extended up to July 2021 and transfers will be issued in the month of August 2021. Another one order issued for GDS, that is about the authority who is granting the gratuity and severance amount on 9/6/2021. As per the 12/8/1994 order, it is very clear that the sanctioning authority for the gratuity and severance amount is the divisional head and there is no need to forward the application to the Director of Postal Accounts or to the regional office for sanction. The divisional head has to sanction and only in case of any condonation is required or any break in service or some other problem, then only it should be referred to the higher authorities and the remaining cases the divisional superintendent is the authority and he should issue the sanction memo for the GDS. This is not being added in most of the cases and 9/6/2021 the department is reiterating the old orders and saying divisional head is vested with the power and there should be no delay in the grant of gratuity or severance amount or any other retirement benefits to the GDS employees. Another order, this is also related to GDS, about the establishment review. Even after the Kamlesh Chandra committee, the Kamlesh Chandra committee pointed out that there is no need for major establishment review and instead of this, if there is any deficiency in the workload, a team should be made. They are identifying with the colors and thereafter the post office traffic should be improved like this. But that has not been accepted by the government and the establishment review is going on. If the establishment review has been taken and subsequently it is found if there is any reduction in the workload, naturally it will affect the working hours of the branch post office or working hours of the ABPM. During the corona period, many transactions have not been held in the branch post offices due to the corona, and if the statistics is taken during this period, naturally it will affect the interest of the GDS employees. Now, in the order dated 9/6/2021, the department is saying to keep abeyance of all the establishment review on GDS up to 30th 9/2021, and further decision will be taken after getting the feedback from all the circles in the month of September 2021. So there will be no establishment review in case of GDS in the coming future. The DOPT has issued an order on 8/6/2021 that the casual outsource officials, if not attended duty during the COVID period, that is from 1/4/2021 to 30/6/2021, their wages should not be deducted and they should be paid with the wages. You know very well, in the Department of Post, there are only two types of casual laborers. One is full-time casual laborers, that he is having 8 hours workload, and rest of the workers, they are called as a part-time casual labor, whether they are contingent, whether they are named substitute, or whether they are called by any names, and they are called as a part-time casual labor. So this order is applicable to the sweepers, scavengers, and other contingent employees we are engaging in the post offices, and if they are not brought on duty during the COVID period, they are entitled for their wages that should be paid. Another important order about the verification of community certificate by the senior DDG PAF issued on 24/2021. This order is based on the DOPT order 19/3/2021, which I have earlier mentioned that order is very important order. That order should be preserved by each and every one of the reserve candidates in case of verification of caste and community certificate. That order is very clear. Any community certificate produced by the officials at the time of appointment, that should be verified within 1 month from the date of such production. At least it should be made within 2 months. If it is delayed for one reason or other reason, the concerned authority should be reminded by the appointing authorities for immediate verification of the caste and community certificate, and there should be no delay in verification of caste and community certificate. That is the very important order issued by the DOPT on 19/3/2021. Based on the order, the senior DDG PAF, that is Postal Accounts Section in the Directorate, on 24/2021 has given a very detailed instructions to all the Postmaster Generals as well as the Postal Accounts Office in the entire nation, in which they specifically stated that caste certificate should be verified at the initial appointment and also the promotion, if any, granted against a vacancy reserved. The onus of verification lies with the department and not with the individual. The responsibility lies with the department, and it should expedite the verification of the caste and community certificate at the earliest. It should be completed within 1 year, or at least not later than 2 years. Any community certificate produced by the official, that should be verified within 1 year and not more than 2 years. That should have been completed, and that should be completed. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Welfare of SC/ST records its concern about the inordinate delay prevailing in all the government departments in the case of verification of caste and community certificate, and particularly about in Tamil Nadu Circle, which was earlier informed by the DOPT in 2020 orders. In the same order, they mention nowadays it became a nightmare at the time of retirement, and the retirement benefits have not been paid to the officials for the cause of non-verification of caste and community certificate. This has been mentioned by the senior DDG also. And for that, they are saying the process of verification as per the Directorate Letter number 1410/2020, read with the DOPT memo dated 27/2/1981 and 9/9/2005, has to be added sincerely and seriously, and the process has to be completed at the earliest possible. For that, a special drive has to be conducted, that is insisted by the Directorate letter. All the Postal Accounts Office may verify the community certificate at least from the year, that is the limited departmental competitive examination being held from 2018, and there should be no delay in case of recruitees after 2018. This work has been entrusted to the local postal accounts offices in the circle. They mentioned it should be completed in a time-bound manner. And very important order, all the divisional secretaries and activists, they should check with the reservation roster of the respective divisions, and they should make an extract from the reservation roster, and thereafter they should ascertain whether the community certificate has been verified or not. If not verified, mention these orders and make a correspondence to the concerned and see that the community certificate is verified and it is once for all settled at the initial time of recruitment itself. It should not be protracted or it should not be prolonged till retirement. That will become a hindrance at the time of the superannuation or at the time of retirement on any other cause. Please kindly note, and this should be given a topmost importance by our divisional secretaries and also the activists. Comrades, this is an attempt to explain the current ruling, the latest government orders that should reach to each and every one of the comrades who are viewing our Anbudan KVS channel, so that I started giving this presentation in English so that many people will be benefited, and some more episodes will continue because we want to curtail the time within 15 to 20 minutes. It should not exceed more than 20 minutes. We are having a cut-off time. So I am cutting short of this episode, and we are seeing the remaining orders in the next episode. With this, thank you very much, comrades. Yours KVS.